Well, it's a very, very specific, narrow question you're asking about.
Because it's something a regulator should do. You think the answer is 10 out of 10? The answer
is 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I doubt that. By the way, I never said trust the banks to regulate themselves.
And how many banks have actually put in place the regulations that you said, I expect the banks will have in place? The answer is out of 10,
it was covered
0.
by the 2010 guidance.
No, you said in 2018 that they would put these in place.
I said they would have in place.
No, that is not what you said.
Chair Powell, the law does not say Jerome Powell, in his infinite wisdom, should decide if we have a problem. You let them do whatever they want, but you don't work for the giant banks. You work for the American people. I urge you to do your job.
Do you notice any mental or cognitive decline?
No.
Thank you. I yield back.
Point of order. Gentleman, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
I demand that the gentleman's words be taken down.
I'll happily withdraw my words, though everybody understood them.
In my opinion, that then brings us right back to where we were before he made his attempt to withdraw. Now, if he's willing to withdraw appropriately,
I will not demand.
But until he does so, I demand that his words be taken down.
Recognize Mr. Lawler.
Let the record reflect I withdraw my words.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman from Texas, Mr.
You're pretty boring here today, to be frank.
Sorry?
You're pretty boring here, to be frank.
Thank you. That's a high compliment.
Yes, it is, because sometimes when you're here, there's all sorts of cameras here, and they're watching your every step and all. And I think there's a reason for that, right? And that's because the economy is doing all right. Am I wrong about that?
You know, take a look at our economy. We're growing at around 2%, it feels like. Inflation is down to 2.6%. Unemployment's at 4.1. These are good numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the parade of horribles on the other side, how the sky's falling, but I don't see the media here to attest to that. In fact, it's just the opposite.
The last public meeting between you and President Biden occurred on May 31st, 2022. Does that sound accurate?
I'm going to take your word for it.
Okay. Have you had any private meetings with the president since that time?
No.
Any phone calls with the president?
Nope. I don't believe so.
Is there any reason why you've not met with or spoken to the president?
I meet with any president calls, you come and you meet, but that hasn't happened, so.
Wow. So in over 2 years, with inflation still nagging us, with cost out of control, President Biden has not asked to meet with you in over 2 years?
I haven't had a meeting with him. He hasn't sought a meeting, and of course I don't seek meetings, so.
The Fed tested 31 banks, up from 23 last year. Is that correct?
I believe that's right, yes.
And by estimating losses, revenues, expenses, and capital level under hypothetical stress scenarios, we did that, correct?
Yes.
And all 31 banks remained above their minimum common equity tier. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Barr made this statement. Our goal of our stress test is to help ensure that we have enough capital to absorb losses in a highly stressful scenario. And this test shows that we do. I thought that was a great statement of your record.
Chairman Powell, are you familiar with Project 2025?
Not really, no.
You've heard about it?
I really don't focus on these things at all.
These are mandates, right? This is what you do. Is that right?
We do serve a dual mandate, that's right.
What do you do?
We're pretty focused on our task, which is maximum employment, price stability.
Are you aware that I created a subcommittee on diversity and employment in this committee?
Yes, I remember that.
I look forward to working with you for years to come. I yield back. Thank you.
Thank you. We didn't gain any additional confidence in the first quarter, but the 3 readings in the second quarter, including the one from last week, do add somewhat to confidence. If we were to see an unexpected weakening in the labor market, then that might also be a reason for reaction by us. Today, I'm not going to be sending any signals one way or the other on any particular meeting, so just to ruin the fun right at the beginning. Our undertaking at all times is that we'll make our decisions based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, balance of risks, and only on that.
The interview with Jerome Powell went very smooth, and as you can see here, there should be around 3 rate cuts by the end of December. So stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe, where we keep you up to date with all of your economic policy data.